guys, Brian Stevens here with the National Real Estate Post, coming to you from the California Quarantine 2.0, the sequel. I want to let you know that since we're quarantined again, webinars are a great thing to do, and right now Liberty Reverse Mortgage on July 23rd at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time is going to do a webinar to show you how to do the much needed reverse mortgages. Guys, this is a huge swath of the market that not many people are taking advantage of, so click this banner right over there or somewhere in this ecosystem.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
What am I waiting for?
Now on with the show. I got three letters for you. RKT. What do you think that stands for? Well, it looks like Quicken with Rocket Mortgage is going to be listed on the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, when they become public. And this is big news because it means big bucks for Quicken. The initial offering is looking to raise around $100 million. Now I have 2 points here. One, United Wholesale Mortgage, UWM, should invest heavily into this initial offering. Truth be told, can't beat them, join them. And we'll call the new company Gil Ishbra Reunion of the Mortgage Union. Kind of has a nice ring to it. The second point, the mortgage market is having the greatest year in history right now, oddly enough. But we have turbulent waters in our future, and we're going to call that one COVID 2.0, the Great Resheltering. Never as good as the first, except for, the movie The Godfather, when the second was better, yet
Look how they massacred my boy.
understand this, there is only one way for the hottest market ever to go. And what is that? Back to the public offering by RKT Rocket Mortgage. Is it going to be bought based on right now, the hottest market? Or is it going to be bought based on tomorrow, which might be troublesome? I'm not sure, but understand this whole market changing is not just me. According to Bloomberg, based on stats from CoreLogic, the United States housing market surprised economists by rallying in the midst of a pandemic. But the coronavirus might drag down home values after all. Prices will fall about 6.6 in the year through May 2021, the first annual decline since 2012. Again, if you don't believe me, check out this graph. If you were to believe this to be true, we could be headed back to home values based on 2009 prices. And as I've always said, if prices go down, well, it's bad for the seller, but it's fantastic for the buyers. Seriously, do you complain when gas prices go down? So why then housing? Of course, unless you own a house and you're playing the role of Exxon. Now, I will say this. I'm just reporting this, and it may be true, but I've got about as much faith in CoreLogic's prognostication as I have in Jeffrey Epstein's guards to guard him. But back to the point. Now, this really is an interesting time for a Quicken IPO. Hell, it's just an interesting time altogether if you want to frame it with that adjective. So, an IPO, is this good or is it bad? Well, it's kind of hard to say. And I don't know, but I hope investors are not listening to CoreLogic. So, here's the point that can make this whole thing work out. We're all compromising people in this country regardless of what you've been told. That's why, as I said before, I'm calling for a stock purchase of the COVID 2.0 market from UWM Lakeshore to make this thing a great IPO. Make it the Gil Ishbra Mortgage Company to power us through the days that are in front of us, which might be hard. Sorry man, listen, Dan's name still needs to go in front. I'm just saying. Hey, by the way, did you know that 90% of all apartments funded by Freddie Mac go to low and moderate income families? 90%. Now, it makes you wonder. They're profitable, they're keeping rates low, and they're helping underserved communities. So here's the question. Why in the hell would we remove these guys from conservatorship to allow private money to rule the day? Because here's my question. If we let private money come into the GSEs, will they stay on the current path that they're on? Because I think most people believe that profits made by Fannie and Freddie absolutely should be used to elevate those who need it.
I need it!
Speaking of Freddie Mac, the 30-year fixed rate average is sitting at 3.08% at 0.8 of 1 point cost. Now I have to take a step back here because this whole thing is crazy. Never in my life would I have expected this. So if we have a COVID 2.0 market, and if COVID is right, the tea leaves of this market read very clearly for loan officers. You have to be like a squirrel and start collecting nuts. Get while the getting's good, as they say. Burn the midnight oil and sock all the money away you can right now, because as the watchers on the wall from the show told you, winter, my friends, is coming to the mortgage market. So if you don't act like a squirrel, then well, you're just nuts. And the last point of the day, it turns out that Compass, the real estate company, has parted ways with Gary Watt after they say the former agent held showings for a home in Altadena, California, where the sellers had allegedly contracted the COVID-19 virus. Now, this just reminds us that we need to stay safe and follow all the new protocols that are in place to ensure that we don't have a W-shaped recovery. That would not be good. But then again, I am starting to wonder if the only cure for our economy and our collective health is just to let this whole thing blow through everybody. Did you know right now that the cases are going up, but survivability is also going up? Deaths are down. Anyways, stay safe, and I will see you guys again tomorrow on the National Real Estate Post. Share this, subscribe, do all the stuff to help us out so we can bring this to you free of charge every single day during the pandemonium pandemic. Bye.